What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you guys a review of the Air Jordan 12 Retro in the white and red or cherry colorway. So this pair is definitely one for the OGs. The Air Jordan 12 Cherry or White and Red is an original colorway of the Air Jordan 12 that first dropped back in 1997. The last retro that we got of this shoe though was 2009, so it's been a while since we got a proper retro of this sneaker. So these released on October 28th for a price of $210 US or $270 here in Canada. And the official colorway for this shoe is white, black, and varsity red, and they're available at most Jordan retailers such as The Closet Inc., which is here in Canada. The Closet Inc. is my go-to shop for Air Jordan retros and Nike releases, and they're independently owned and operated based right here in Southern Ontario in Canada. So for all my Canadian viewers out there, be sure to check them out. I'll link their website, their social media, all that good stuff down below, so check them out, show them some love, and be sure to tell them that I sent you. So here's a quick look at the box that it comes with. So this comes in this OG inspired box, which is done in this natural cardboard finish in brown. We have this black Nike swoosh on the top, and then the side of the lid is done in this reddish tone, and then the bottom half of the box, as well as this side right here, this is colored in black. So the Air Jordan 12 is always going to be a very special silhouette for me because the Playoff 12, those were actually the very first Air Jordans I ever got back when I was in elementary school. So while I never owned a pair of the Cherry 12s back when they first released, I've always been a fan of this colorway because I distinctly remember watching Michael Jordan play and seeing these bold white and red colored kicks, which caught my eye even when I was just a kid. So I'm really happy that Jordan Brand brought these back. So let's dive into the details and I'll give you guys a closer look. So the majority of the upper of the sneaker, this is constructed out of this tumbled white colored leather. So the leather here has a very soft and tumbled finish to it, and then as usual, overlaid on both sides of the shoe, we have this pebbled leather which is done in this varsity red color. So we have this large overlay that covers the lateral side, whereas on the medial side, it's much shorter and smaller in comparison. And then stitched on top of this overlay, we have this tonal or red colored TPU overlay with Jumpman branding pressed onto the lateral side. Beneath this, we have more of that tumbled white leather, and we have this radial style stitching, which extends across the entire body of the sneaker. And then the second and third eyelet from the top, this is actually just plastic, but it's covered in this metallic silver paint, and we have these small Jumpmans in the middle. Stitched on the center of the heel, we have this woven pull tab with Jordan branding, and then beneath this we have the number 23 in white, which is pressed into this red rubber outsole. As far as the laces go, so these only come with one lace option, and they're a thin rope style lace in white. Beneath this, the tongue is covered in this strip of white leather which runs down the center. We have 2-3 branding which is written out and embroidered in black, and then on the top of the tongue, we have this small embroidered black colored Jumpman. The back of the tongue and the interior liner of the sneaker, this is covered in this black colored textile. And then as far as the insoles go, these come with an actual polyurethane foam insole, which gives you a decent amount of cushioning, and we have a red colored Jumpman pressed onto the heel. So the upper of the Air Jordan 12, this sits atop this full-length Phylon foam midsole, which is painted in white on the heel, but has this pebble texture and this red colored finish on the forefoot. And then encased within this Phylon foam carrier, the Air Jordan 12s are actually the very first Air Jordan signature shoe to feature Zoom Air technology. So we have this full-length zoom unit, which sits within the foam midsole. Finally, turning this pair over to the bottom, so the outsole here is crafted using a mix of red and black colored rubber. We have this large pod on the forefoot and the heel, which has this herringbone style traction pattern across this black colored rubber. We have this black colored Jumpman on the top of the toe, along with this white colored hit with the number 23. And then underneath the rubber, you can see we have this carbon fiber shank plate, which is there in place to help with torsional rigidity and midfoot support. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this pair. And in terms of sizing, to me, I've always found that the Air Jordan 12, it fits a little bit more on the bigger side. So if you like more of a snug one-to-one fit and you don't have a really wide foot, then I feel like you could go down a half size. My foot measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. I got these in a size 9.5 and it fits me in a nice snug way. So again, if you have more of a wide foot, or if you just like more of a spacious toe box, then true to size should be perfectly fine for you. But if you're someone that's kind of in between sizes, then I'd probably recommend going down to the smaller size. Moving on to the comfort, so the Jordan 12, unfortunately, straight out of the box, it's not that comfortable of a sneaker. It feels pretty stiff, pretty heavy and clunky, but the great thing about the Jordan 12 is that over time with more wear, once you really start to break in the shoe, it really forms well to your foot. So not only does the upper form well to your foot, but the Phylon and the Zoom Air underfoot as well, that also softens up over time. So yes, initially the Jordan 12s, they're gonna feel pretty uncomfortable, but trust me, give it some time, really wear these in, and they'll feel a lot better. Finally, in terms of the quality and the craftsmanship, so in terms of material quality, I was pretty happy with it. As far as the general release Air Jordan goes, I was not mad about the material quality. This white tumbled leather, it felt pretty good to me. Obviously, it's not going to be some top-notch quality of leather, but as far as Air Jordan GR leather quality goes, I honestly thought it was pretty good. And in terms of the build and the craftsmanship, my pair was pretty flawless. I mean, the stitch job was good, the sizing of these overlays were pretty consistent, and they were stitched on consistently as well. And it was pretty free of glue stains from what I could see at least. So I was pretty happy with how these turned out. And I'm glad I didn't have to go through 2, 3, 4 pairs and find the best matching set to take home with me. So with all that out of the way now, let's toss these on feet. I'll lace them up for you and I'll show you guys how these look. I know Air Jordan 12s nowadays, they're not the most popular type of sneaker to wear casually. We're much more about comfort these days, and running shoes or just shoes that are more lightweight, more comfy, those obviously are more popular and in demand these days, so I can see why these Jordan 12s are sitting on shelves. But for myself, being that I watched Michael Jordan play during the 90s, and that the Jordan 12 was my very first Air Jordan that I ever got, that's why this is just one of those shoes that I had to pick up and add to my collection. There's just something about the nostalgia about the Jordan 12, and specifically this colorway as well. This is just a beautiful looking sneaker, and it reminds me so much of that late 90s era. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about this Air Jordan 12 cherry or white and red? What are your overall thoughts on this colorway? And is this a shoe that you guys picked up for yourself? Are you maybe waiting for these to go on sale? Or it's just not really your thing and this was gonna be a pass for you? As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, follow me on X or Twitter at sean.go spelt out, or visit my website at seango.ca. So thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review and hopefully it helped you in some way, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.